again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah,
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A first down carry for Foster. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Whitaker. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the gun, Whitaker. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Open man, here's Foster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Great way to convert on 3rd down there, 21 yards the play. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. A first down carry for Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
So that first quarter touchdown does much more than just give them momentum. I mean, this is probably going to go a long way towards erasing what's gone down with them in the last couple of games where they lost both of them.
Yeah, they were struggling going into the open week. Maybe that open week came at a good time.
Sometimes you just have to get away, right? I wonder if they just took the whole philosophy of take the week, get out of here, let's come back and regroup fresh.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wheeler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
16 yards.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now again, right side. Combs.
Carried by number 20.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. On 3rd down, Combs. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 2nd down now. It's Smith, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? On 3rd down, Whitaker. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Line of scrimmage, the 37. On 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To throw on second down, Whitaker. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for number 8.
They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down.
To second and 10.
To throw again, Whitaker. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
A gain of 6 yards.
The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
On first down, Whitaker. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Whitaker. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
That's good.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. That's complete right around the 8. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. From the gun, Whitaker toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown, and the Texans have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 20.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Coleman now to return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. On 1st and 10, Whitaker. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Whitaker. Got an open man. It's Foster. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd and 2, Whitaker. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Now Bolden on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wheeler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
8 yards. And it's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. But being just short of mid. Field, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
Let's see how they respond now. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Whitaker's 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw on 3rd down, Whitaker. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
35-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Combs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 50.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler.
The pass.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First down, Titans.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Hall looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Call
scrimmage.
it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up second.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Intended for number 87.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Yards to go.
They'll look to throw. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Intended for
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Whitaker. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with Smith. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Number 25.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
9-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Smith. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The ball carrier. He was
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Complete.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run on 1st down. Combs. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And the Titans 1st down.
On 1st down, Combs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Trying to punch it in with Smith, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So now the Titans down on the scoreboard. 1:50 to play. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The pass.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Back to throw. Battle for it here, and this will be caught.
The pass.
7 catches for him now in this last one, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
He's back to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. 5 plays there on that drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Houston set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Whitaker. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Whitaker, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on third and long. Whitaker. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On first down, Whitaker launching one for Henderson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
And his kick is good. And the Texans are going to win the football game. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, it may not be too